Hello dear student, once again welcome in this class. Today we will discuss about the remaining topic related to the classification of matter. We have discussed about the physical classification of matter, and today we will discuss about the chemical classification of matter. In chemical classification, matter is classified on the basis of composition, we have told you already, and in this classification, matter are classified further pure substances and mixture. And pure substances are of two types, elements and compounds. First of all, we will discuss about the elements. What is elements? You can define as element is a pure substances that neither be decomposed into nor can be synthesized from simpler substances by physical or chemical method. Okay, that means elements are pure substances. Suppose you have an iron rod like this, and the symbol of iron is Fe, you know very well, and this indicates the elements iron. Okay, Fe indicates the element iron. If you will cut it in a smallest particle, then again you will say it are elements iron. Okay, so elements are pure substances that neither can be decomposed into nor can be synthesized from simpler substances by any physical or chemical method. Okay, now we have at this time we have 118 elements, and 92 elements are found on the earth crust. Okay, and you are familiar with some elements like gold, silver, copper, iron, hydrogen, oxygen, nitrogen, etc. Okay, so elements further classified into three categories. According to their different nature, they are classified. One is metals, and second one is non-metals, and third one is metals. We will discuss one by one what is metals. Generally, metals are solid except mercury, and metals have a unique characteristics. They are malleable, ductile. They are malleable, ductile, good conductor of heat and electricity, good conductor of heat and electricity. They passes lustrous, and you can say luster. Okay, luster means shining capacity. Sorry. Okay, also they have sonorous. Now, what is malleability? Malleability means metals can be drawn into thin sheet. That is the malleability property of metals. Due to malleability property of metals can be drawn into thin sheet. And what is ductile nature? Ductility means metal can be drawn into thin wire. Second one is good conductor of heat and electricity. That means they can conduct heat and electricity. So it is called good conductor of heat and electricity, or they have a good conductor of electricity. Okay. Next is luster. Luster means shining. Metal shows a unique shining, and due to this in language of chemistry it is known as lustrous. Okay, sonorous. When metal is hammering, it produces a sound known as sonorous. Okay. Second one is non-metal. One condition next. According to electronic concept, metal have a tendency to donate electron from their outermost shell to get a positive charge. Metal can donate electron from their outermost shell. This is the electronic concept of metals. Okay. Suppose you have metals like sodium. You know the atomic number of sodium is 11 and the electronic configuration of 2, 8 and 1. Okay. You know this is not stable. Why this is not stable? Because octet is not complete of sodium. To achieve the inert gas configuration, it will lose one electron from their outermost shell and will get a positive charge like this. In this condition, the electronic configuration of metal is 1, 8, and in this condition the 2, 8 and 1. And this is the structure of in sodium ion. Sodium ion has the structure of neon. Structure of neon, you know the atomic number of neon is 10. Okay. Now, second one is non-metal. What is non-metals? Non-metals do not show malleability, conductivity, lustrous, ductility, etc. And it shows lustrous only iodine and graphite. And non-metals do not conduct electricity except graphite. That means graphite conduct electricity. Okay, we will discuss about this in next topic. Okay, metalloids. What is metalloids? The elements which have both character of metals and non-metals called metalloids. Some metals present in the periodic table having both character of metals and non-metals. So those elements are known as metalloids like silicon, germanium, arsenic, lead, polonium, antimony, tellurium, etc. Okay, these are metalloids and have both character of metals and non-metals. Okay. Now second one is compound. Very interesting topic. What is compound? You know what is the main difference between compound and mixture? See here, let us see compound. Compounds. When two or more than two elements combine to each other by definite proportion of mass form compound. Okay? When two or more than two elements combine to each other by definite proportion of mass or definite ratio is called compound. Let us see some compound. H2O is a compound. Why? This H2O show one molecule of water compound. H2O2 show one molecule of hydrogen peroxide, but also indicate the compound of hydrogen peroxide. Okay, and it shows the compound of, it is a compound of water. Clear? Now, carbon dioxide, H2SO4, sulfuric acid, nitric acid, phosphoric acid, okay, sodium sulfate, potassium sulfate, etc. We have lots of compounds. Okay. But we have to know, we should know what is the ratio between hydrogen and oxygen in this case and how it verify the definition of compounds. Now see here, in this case you can see two hydrogen atom, that means the mass of hydrogen atom here 2 and the mass of oxygen is 16. Okay, in simple fraction 1 is to 8. That means the ratio of hydrogen and oxygen in water molecule is 1 is to 8, that is the fixed ratio. In case of hydrogen peroxide, you can say the mass of hydrogen here is 2 and the mass of oxygen here is 2 into 16 is equal to 32. You can write here 32. In simple fraction, you can write here 2 ones are 2 and 16 twos are 32. Clear? That is the simple form of 2 is to 32. Okay. Now you can see in both the case two elements combine here hydrogen oxygen, but in this case hydrogen and oxygen combine in the ratio of 1 is to 2, that is the fixed ratio to form water. Okay, and it is the fixed ratio to form H2O2 and hydrogen peroxide. Clear? That means when hydrogen and oxygen combine in 1 is to 8, always form water. When hydrogen and oxygen combine into ratio of 1 is to 16, always form hydrogen peroxide. Okay, that is the fixed ratio of elements to combine and form compound. Okay, now compound are of two types, inorganic and organic compounds. Now see the definition of organic and inorganic. What is organic and inorganic? First one is inorganic compound. Inorganic compounds. Inorganic compounds. The compounds obtained from non-living sources is called inorganic compound. Non-living sources such as seawater, rocks, okay, earth crust, etc. Okay, inorganic compounds. The definition of inorganic compounds: the compound which are obtained from non-living sources such as seawater, rocks, earth crust, etc. are called non-inorganic compound. Now see the example: H2O, inorganic compound; H2SO4, inorganic compound; HNO3, inorganic compound; calcium carbonate, inorganic compound; NaCl, inorganic compound; carbon dioxide, inorganic compound; carbon monoxide, inorganic compound. Okay, these are found from seawater or rocks or earth crust. So inorganic compound, the definition of inorganic compounds, one again, the compounds obtained from non-living sources called inorganic compounds. You can see here the compounds. Okay, now second one is organic compound. What is organic compound? The definition is reverse. Organic compounds. The compounds obtained from living sources. The compound obtained from living sources. Okay, living sources. and plants. Okay, the compound obtained from living sources such as animals and plants are called organic compound. Example organic compound. The example of organic compounds like oils, proteins, fats, sugar, urea, hydrocarbon, benzene, etc. Okay. The example: hydrocarbon, oils, fats, waxes, benzene, okay, protein, etc. Okay, all these compounds are organic compounds. Okay, now second one is mixture. What is mixture? What is mixture? When two or more than two elements or compound mix to each other in any proportion by mass. When two or more than two elements or compound mix to each other in any proportion, not definite proportion, in any proportion form mixture. Okay? Air is a mixture of, you know, air is a mixture of air, oh sorry, gases. Clear? Now sugar solution. Example: sugar solution, salt solution, okay, alloys, etc. Clear? Now mixture further classified into two categories: homogeneous mixture and heterogeneous mixture. Homogeneous mixture. Here the word homogeneous, the part homo is equal to, homo stand for same and genus stand for part. Okay, that means in this type of mixture, when two components added to each other, we cannot recognize by naked eye or ultra microscope. When we cannot identify the component which mix to each other by naked eye, even ultra microscope is called homogeneous mixture. Okay, example of homogeneous mixture is brass. You know, brass is the mixture of copper and zinc. Okay, sugar solution, salt solution, okay, air, etc. Clear? And second one is heterogeneous mixture. Heterogeneous mixture. Here the hetero word stands for different. Hetero word stands for different. That means in this type of mixture, when two components added or mixed to each other, we can recognize by naked eye or even ultra microscope. The example of this type of mixture is salt with sulfur, okay, and sugar add with sand, milk, etc. In milk, you can see two parts. Milk is made of only the combination of fats and water, and you can see both fat and water differently with microscope or the particles of protein. Okay, so we have discussed about the matter and their classification, physical classification as well as chemical classification. In chemical classifications, we have discussed about the pure substances and impure substance, that means mixture. Pure substances further classified into elements. We have also discussed about the elements and types of elements and also their properties, in case of metal, in case of non-metal, in case of metalloids, and compound, inorganic compound and organic compound also, and mixture. We have discussed about the homogeneous mixture and heterogeneous mixture. Okay. Next topic we will discuss another topic. Okay. In next video we will discuss another topic. Okay. Thank you, all the best.